out and I saw Beverly Hills Cop. It is directed by Martin Brest, written by Daniel Petrie Jr. And if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This is requested by a Patreon. If you'd like to fast track a movie review, you can do that at patreon.com/ASEPresents. On with the review. This movie starts with following Axel. This guy is going undercover, but he's not authorized to go undercover, and he's going undercover anyway, but he's getting caught because a bunch of cops are like, oh, we're actually on cover. Undercover. If you're undercover, if you're not undercover, are you covered? On top of the covers? How does that work? You're not undercover, are you on the covers? So we got a couple of cops on the covers, and they're chasing Axel, and a lot of collateral damage to the city. Taxpayer money. Great use of our tax dollars in this fictional world. So of course his boss is like, no good. What are you doing? You can't just do that. Come on, man. And what's interesting is he's just like sitting there, and then his best friend comes in, just breaks into his apartment, and is there in his apartment. It's like, hey, I got some bonds over here. Ooh, wee, bond time. And then they go out, and then when they go back to the apartment, a couple of guys are like, oh, you stole those bonds from me. Murder. Okay, this all takes place in Detroit, right? The only connection to Beverly Hills is the fact that this friend got a job as a security guard in Beverly Hills. So I'm like, this seems like it's not necessarily a Beverly Hills issue, more like a Detroit issue. But he's like, hey, boss man, can I get like a vacation to Beverly Hills? Sure. And he decides to look into what's going on. I love it. He wants to go to Beverly Hills. He goes to this art dealer who has a connection to these guys, and a connection to these guys. He's in a heavy investigation. His boss eventually gets word that he's doing this unauthorized investigation, so there's people after him. So it's kind of like a weird cat and mouse chase. Eventually he finds out who murders his friends, and then that people are dead. Those people get deaded. Not by him, but like through the natural process of trying to figure out who it is and like trying to catch the people. And then he catches the people and he's like, hey boss man, I caught these people. He's like, good job, guy. Wait, no, what? Wait, hold on, you weren't in any right to do that. You shouldn't do that. He's like, well, I did it anyway. And then pretty much the end of the movie is he just kind of is now chilling. He's like, well, I guess I'm here now. I'm helping the Beverly Hills cop people with their investigations. My boss doesn't want me in Detroit anymore. I'm just going to chill in Beverly Hills. I get all the vitamin D that I want here. All sun, no clouds. I've actually never been to Detroit, so I don't know what the weather situation's like up there, but I do know that there's a lot of sunshine in California. That was a pretty brief plot synopsis. My enjoyment of the movie is large. I like it. A lot of car chase scenes. I enjoyed it. There's some comedic moments. Try not to get caught by the cops, even though you were a cop doing the coply things. But oh, you got caught by the cops. But hey, let me help you investigate. Sure, okay. And he uses his lying abilities to even get to Beverly Hills and try to solve his friend's murder case. Even though he was sworn not to do it because he's way too close, he's just going to do it anyway. And it makes me wonder, Axel
Foley,
what type of cop is he? He seems like the type of person who really wants justice, but is willing to go around the normal routes in order to get the justice that is necessary. I like the very first scene because it establishes his rogue nature, and he's also not on good terms with his boss, but if he were not very good, then why would he still be working there? He must be a really good cop in order for the boss to allow this behavior. Going undercover for no reason. Also, why is he going undercover for no reason? That's what I'm curious about. This movie doesn't provide a ton when it comes to character development on why he's going undercover. It just kind of lends the fact that he's just really interested in his job. I personally would like to know more backstory on Axel. Like to know a little bit more about him. And I really like Eddie Murphy's performance of Axel. Honestly, the plot, it's kind of it's fun. It's a fun plot. If it weren't being starred by Eddie Murphy, though, who brings a lot of bombastic performance to his role, I don't think this movie would have been as well. And there's a really big bee, but it's completely black. Is that wasp? It looks kind of like a wasp, but it's completely black. That's scary. I don't want it here. If I kick it, would it sting me? It kind of looks like a flying ant, actually. I'm gonna grab the freaking sprayer. This is my weapon against wasps now. Water. I hope it doesn't sting me. I feel like the main appeal for me is Eddie Murphy's performance. Not so much the plot. The plot's fun. The chase scenes are fun. The interactions with people are fun. But really, it's Eddie Murphy that makes the movie for me. Let me know what you think of Beverly Hills Cop 1. It's very fun. Eddie Murphy is fun. The premise is ridiculous. It makes me question his character, question him as a cop. Maybe he's too into his job. Makes me wonder why he's too into his job. The movie doesn't really explain it that much, except for when his friend gets murdered. Then I understand why he's too into his job. But before then, makes me think. Let me know if I missed any important Beverly Hill Cop details and any Beverly Hill Cop facts in the comments below. You know, this is a pretty solid watch. I'd watch it again. I think this is a movie where I'd have to turn my brain off. Not because the plot's bad, it's just, I just think too much. And it's just the type of movie that you're just supposed to watch and laugh at and enjoy, and it's a fun time. It's a fun time of a movie. So I honestly gotta give this movie, based on its fun factor, his entertainment value, Eddie Murphy's performance really makes this movie, I gotta give it, it's a solid, like, 7 out of 10. Oh, it's a big ant. That's what it is. I'm doing what real cops do. If you like this review, watch another one the platform really likes that. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 dinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews, you can go to this link tree, find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, so you can go here. And until next time, I'm mint salad sauce. See you later to my salad croutons and bacon bits. Oh, that was a crime being committed. It's time for me to go. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Cop down! Cop down! Shots fired! Shots fired! Oh no, I've been got!